I just ended a stream and I told my followers that I would be talking about this. So here's the video, and I'm going to discuss some of my thoughts on this whole monetization and Marvel's Avengers and all this craziness that's going on. First and foremost, please watch my previous videos on this. But this has Marvel's Avengers has gotten its eye, and I think it's because Marvel's Avengers now is mainstream, right? It's going to attract a lot of people, and it's going to have a lot of eyes on it. And it seems to be that there are some YouTubers that have painted themselves in a corner and make material in which they basically get people riled up about, let's say, microtransactions and stuff like that, and gaming. And I've seen some things being said that are not only incorrect, they're wrong, but they're irrational, probably is the way to put it. Marvel's Avengers should have been expected to have monetization post-launch. It's not just because it's a quote-unquote live service. It's just that they plan to support the game for years to come. That's the point. That's how the game is built. So either it was going to come by way of microtransactions, by way of subscription service like many like online RPGs do, or it was going to come by way of like actual like expansion packs that you paid for. So that should have been expected. This was not a linear game. I know some of these weirdos wanted Marvel Cinematic Universe, the game where they could just play it and be done with it in 2 weeks. And ironically enough, they would have been okay with that. They would have been okay with you paying $60 and playing the game and then being done with it, and they would have called it complete if it was just a single player game. But what's happened is this whole microtransactions in gaming has people thinking that every game that seems to have it does it in a way that is either predatory, or they do it in a way that means that they can put out incomplete games. And that's complete bogusness. Again, this game, the way it's designed as an RPG, that's what they built it as. You can play it with companion AI, but they specifically built this game with the idea of it being online. That's the whole point, and that's why. And just in case if anybody doesn't want the receipts, it's coming straight from Square Enix, coming straight from them. From the beginning, our overall vision for Marvel's Avengers has always been one where players would assemble online to protect Earth and battle the forces of AIM as a team. This is built to be this seamless online experience and all of that. And generally, definitely these days, online means that they're going to continue to support the game. But this type of game being built kind of like an online RPG is built. That's how it's built. So that should have been expected. But I actually was one of the ones that did a video talking about I was worried for the monetization, not for the reasons some of these weirdos are worried about it, but I was worried about the monetization because I didn't know if that was going to be enough to fund this project if it's going to be supported long term. Obviously, you can tell this is a game that I would like to be good. If it's not good, it's not. I played the beta. I had a lot of fun. But if it lacks content, it's going to get hammered as it should. And that has to be the driving force of this game. So, when it comes to the monetization, I was like, are they going to have enough money just on cosmetics? Apparently, people spend money on cosmetics like that. I wouldn't be one of those guys. But they came out with this blog here, and people started flipping out, like these YouTubers, Jim Sterling's of the world, and I'm sitting here like hearing some of the arguments that are being presented, and I'm like, these arguments are trash. They don't even make sense. Look, I don't know where y'all fools get off, but again, if a game is to continue to be supported, obviously the initial purchase, unless you want it to cost more than what it is, it's not going to be enough. This stuff doesn't come out of thin air. These people have to, like, definitely with a game as intricate as this, they have to animate it, they have to code it, they have to do all of these different things, come up with the content, level design, map design, all of these people, and it's ironic enough, if you want to call it that, these people will probably be the same ones that are gripe if the employees aren't paid. So that should have been expected, unless you wanted a linear game, and then in that case, you would have been paying more, getting less time out of it. We just played Ghost of Tsushima, and those guys over at Sucker Punch seem to understand that, well, we probably need an online version of this game to kind of keep it moving, right? And that's what they did. They gave you one, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be some sort of, it's going to be free, obviously, to play it'll probably have some monetization efforts. Maybe they'll sell their online version of the game separate from those that don't have it. But we do know that the actual mode itself is going to come with no cost. This game is doing a similar thing. They're just giving it to you, and it does have a campaign. It's probably not going to be as long as Marvel's, as Ghost of Tsushima, but it does have a campaign. So let me break down how this generally is going to work, this cosmetic system. Not the cosmetic system, also the microtransactions. So the microtransaction has deals that you can buy. I believe what they call them units, if I'm not mistaken. No, the credits, I believe, are the ones. Yes, credits are the ones that are the hard currency. So you can buy credits, and with said credits, you can purchase stuff in the within the marketplace, which are going to be this rotating thing that has all these skins and stuff that you can get, emotes, purely cosmetic stuff. And then there's the Hero Challenge card, which all 6 players at launch have all parts of their challenge card unlocked. So you can play it, and obviously you get the points for those by way of doing dailies, weeklies, and stuff like that. Every post-launch character is going to have what everybody's calling a battle pass, which all it is a hero card that has the particular part of it, the premium part of the said hero card, you have to pay for. The fact that people are clutching their pearls at this is unbelievable, because you're still going to be able to, with the post-launch heroes and the mode and all of the regions that comes with it, the new levels, you're going to be able to play as them. You're going to be able to unlock skins. You're going to be, the gear system, all of that is going to be the same. The only thing is that this other stuff that will come generally on the part of the hero card, like these skins and these nameplates and such, you just would not be able to get unless you paid $10 to access it. And if you wanted to pay it to skip it, you can do all of that as well. But these are exclusive to the hero card. Okay. So what is the big deal with that? I have no idea. I'm okay with you criticizing this game, but that don't make no damn sense. Most of it's cosmetic. Now my biggest worry was, or not worry, it's like some of these are resources. And with some of these resources, you will be able to upgrade gear. Now, I don't think that's game breaking, only because look, the way we played it, you're done with that gear. You can upgrade it, max it out, and then the new gear comes. And obviously, you're spending all these time actually fighting, and you're getting plenty of resources to be able to upgrade this gear. So that's not going to be a problem. You just get some resources, and again, you only can upgrade the gear like a few different times. They use 3 to 5 times, depending on what kind of deals that it is, or the artifacts and stuff. So you upgrade them, and then it hits a cap, and then you have to get new gear, which you can dismantle that old one and stuff like that. So if there was to be a gameplay advantage, we have to know, first of all, what part, if the premium card has resources on it and that you could pay to skip. But if you can pay to skip those resources and on the premium card, then that's technically the one gameplay advantage. The only thing that you can do is buy new gear, which is going to, not new gear, more so I guess, how can I explain this? It'll be resources that you can use to upgrade gear. And I believe the fragments, if I'm not mistaken, gear vendors, yes, the gear vendor can get fragments. So it's a couple of different things that we're going to need to learn about that we didn't know about this. With this gear, because you can get fragments on the hero card, if I'm not mistaken. So how is this leveled, right? Is it leveled with your own level? So basically, he's not going to sell you certain type of gear that's like way out of your level. So this certain vendors aren't going to be able to sell you level 300 gear, for example, if you are only level 2 or something like that. I don't know. So we need more information on that. I know with a lot of the gear vendors, you have to build up factions anyway, so you have to play the game to get it. So that's something that we need to learn. But for the most part, obviously, it's not game breaking in that regards. But that's not even what people are griping about. They're griping about the existence of it, and I'm like, huh? It's one of the better monetization systems that exist in a lot of these different games that are going to be supported long term. I just see that it's a lot of people that are anti-economic that didn't see. I guess they don't think that people are in the business of making money, including games. I understand that there can be I'm not anti-microtransactions. I'm not anti any of that. I'm only I'm only against it when it breaks the game and you get like a PvP, like a competitive advantage, but you don't get that on this game. There's not even any PvP. So just to recap, most of what's on the hero card are skins, nameplates, cosmetic items, emotes, stuff like that. You can pay that, but to act like you can't earn skins without it is garbage. You can't even get those skins. So even if you grind to get those skins, right? Even so, you're going to be earning other things, other ways, whether it be because there are cosmetic vendors, right? There are cosmetic vendors, right? So you can be earning these different deals, getting the cosmetic stuff on the from her or whoever else is on the game, and also as rewards. So each post-launch character is not capped, right? In terms of building them up to get from a gameplay standpoint, cosmetically, potentially, yes, but it's just cosmetics. If there's one way that I would rather be funded, it would be through cosmetic stuff. And again, it's not like you can't earn cosmetic stuff throughout the game. I think a lot of people are being unfair to this game. And it's weird. It's bizarre. And I'm not saying that they're not paying me. I'm doing shield for this game or anything. I have my gripes, But all I expect is honesty from people if they're going to criticize something. Just being mad just to be mad is silly. And I can understand if you're griping about other games that have had monetization systems that didn't quite work for it. I get it. But just because you see that doesn't mean that it can't work, doesn't mean that it won't work, and doesn't mean that because another game has monetization, this one's doomed for failure. Definitely for games that are going to be supported long term. I don't understand how people expect to pay one flat fee for a game that's going to be supported for 3-4 years, I don't know, and that's all they're paying. Definitely for a game that's intricate. It's unbelievable. But it does show that a lot of people are anti-economic. I don't want to say anti-economic. They're economic illiterate. I expect anybody, even if it's me, if I'm going to criticize something, I expect to be fair. There's nothing predatory about this. This is one of the better monetization systems, unless you just can't help yourself because you need to see Hulk do that or something, right? On the battlefield, do that. Stop doing a robot and pop locking and stuff. You wanted to see him do that, and that particular cosmetic item is tied to the marketplace or so and so. Like, that's insane. But for example, I won't be spending any money on this unless there's like another cool black and gold skin, maybe. But there's plenty of stuff that I can earn in the game. I'm more concerned about leveling him up, getting better gear. And the gear, there's no actual gear per se on the deal. Now we still need to talk about the resources, but there's nothing on there, that hero card, that's tied to gear anyway. But again, that's not what they're crying about. They're acting like the game is blocking you or something by having this battle pass, but it's not. You can still play as Hawkeye when he comes out. You can still get skins for Hawkeye. You can still get all the moves for Hawkeye. You can't get moves. You can't get skills on that that hero card. So he's not like locked. You just won't get all of those skins. And either way, it's not like you can't get other skins. You just won't get those skins that are in the marketplace and on the hero card. So I just want to do this video because I think a lot of people are being unfair with this game. We'll be playing it here, but I don't say this just because I played it. If it was a bad monetization system, I would have told y'all. Me, of all people, grilling Marvel on something you should know, I don't got no damn problem doing that. Nonetheless, some of y'all are being ridiculously unfair and dishonest.